Okay. Item number 2 is approval of the minutes from the November 17th meeting.
Move to approve.
Second.
Steve?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
And Mary?
Yes. Hearing of public concerns. Item number 4 is an ordinance. John, please number and read.
Ordinance number 59, 2025, an ordinance hiring a city attorney and declaring an emergency.
Council, you have before you an ordinance requesting respectfully to rehire Mark Fiscal as the city attorney at the rate of $225, effective January 1, 2026. That is a $5 hourly increase. Well worth it if you want all of our opinions. And Mr. Fiscal is here joining us this evening, so we would request that you suspend the rules and pass this.
I'll move to suspend.
I'll second.
John?
Yes.
Steve?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
And Mary?
Yes.
And I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
Jim?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Steve?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
And Mary?
Yes.
Did you hear those emphatic yeses?
Using twos.
We fought long and hard.
I don't know, anybody.
I think it was like 5 seconds, wasn't it?
I would never be a member of a club that would have me as a member.
That's going to be the front page headline.
Picture, I don't know.
That's what I always tell people when they ask me to join like Rotary or something.
Item number,
John's in Kiwanis. I mean, I'm very proud of that.
item number 5 is an ordinance. John, please number and read.
Ordinance number 60, 2025, an ordinance providing for the transfer of funds for the city of Bryan for the month ending December 31, 2025. There are 3 items on this transfer. Each of them kind of wraps up the year's worth of budgeted. Nothing new, nothing changed.
I'll move to suspend.
I'll second.
Jim?
Yes.
Steve?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
And Mary?
Yes.
Move to approve.
I'll second.
John?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
Steve?
Yes.
And Mary?
Yes. Item number 6 is an ordinance. John, please number and read.
Ordinance number 61, 2025, an ordinance providing for annual appropriations for the city of Bryan for the fiscal year ending December 31, 2025, and declaring an emergency. There's 2 items on this that we're looking for authorization to spend. One is a tiny little cleanup, $88 from a police department training grant they received in 2024, but didn't spend until this piece didn't get spent until 2025, so we needed to appropriate it to balance that line out. And then the other one, I'm going to defer to the mayor.
So when we were meeting with the budget group, there was a request for $30,000 to $60,000 in the fire department, and that was for a cardiac monitor. We are running transports and some EMT things for the county. That's a mutual agreement that we've all been working through the last 6 months. At the next meeting, you will see some tweaks to that MOU, but that is working actually really, really well. Both groups are collaborating really well for the benefit of our citizens. But one thing that's lacking in that ambulance that really would be effective for all of us and helpful is a cardiac monitor. So those new are somewhere between $30,000 and $60,000. Chief Poole and Assistant Chief McClavick and I met with EMS, EMT management, and we were able to find a refurbished one. If we purchase it this year through Stryker, it's the same model that the current Williams County EMS use, has a 1-year warranty. With that, I've talked to the commissioners, and they are working on an MOU that would actually, if this agreement would go to the wayside, and they would take over that ambulance and that process again, they would buy this heart monitor back from us on a de-escalation scale. So Katie Zartman, I think, is reviewing those 2 documents. They should be before you prior to the next meeting, so we won't do anything with that money, but John's got an appropriation, so we wanted to put that on as a request because we do have money in this year's budget to purchase that, and if we get it purchased by the end of the year, that price is locked in. And I'm expecting questions.
He had a new one.
I'm sorry? The warranty on a new one, it just took me a minute.
No, I stink.
Nope, you're okay.
To my voice, I'm sorry.
No apologies. I don't know that. I can check, but I'm going to guess it's a 5 to 10 year. The reason it's a 1 year is because it's refurbed.
Yes, and the reason I'm asking is, heart monitor kind of sounds a little
It's
important.
very important, yeah.
And refurbished is fine. I've had refurbished stuff myself, never to that critical mass degree of a cardiac monitor. If it's gonna be $9,000 more for a new one, 9 to 15.
Well, and it sounded more like the new ones that they have are closer to that $60,000 range from what we were getting information from Kyle and Jesse on.
If I
How
can-
we doing with 60?
If I can add to that.
Yes.
The new quote was in the $40,000 to $60,000 range.
Okay,
We had built into the 2026 budget discussion, I think 35,000, because we thought we could get a refurb. Chief Poole has secured the refurb, and it's this, and it's 21. We would take the 35 or 30,000 out of the 2026 budget if we approve this, but that doesn't address your question, is a refurb.
well, it does
what we-
kinda, because you could take that difference at a higher level out of the same next year, correct? Or incorrect?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess my logic still kind of hold, not being stubborn, it is. Am I the only one concerned? I understand the buyback. Money
It
is
doesn't
always on my
seem,
mind.
I know that, but I get what you're saying, I think, and that is,
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like a significant investment considering what it could save. Is that the
Yeah.
60,000 even?
Yeah, especially if it's my wife, my brother, my sister, my grandfather, you know what I mean?
No, I do.
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to discuss that, to think see what other people thought. I'm not a spender. I think everybody, this is my 8th year. I don't think, people talk about John spending, certainly not the union negotiations would not agree with that. So I don't think I have that rap. I'm more into, I don't know how to put it.
Are we getting,
It's a balance.
are we getting a good value? We have the need that's clearly there, but are we getting a good value for an extended period of time? I mean, if you're telling me a brand-new one is going to cost between 40 and 60,000, but we're going to get 5 to 10 years out of it, refurbished one, this looks to be a deal at 21 versus what we anticipated at 35. I mean,
Yeah,
what
so that
happens,
could be
what
up
happens
to-
in a year?
It could be a 3-year warranty, like, that's where I'm very clear it was a guess, but, I think, okay, so I've got 2 of you as opinion, the other 3, if you would chime in.
I
You
would
need,
like to know the anticipated use.
the anticip,
Or how many times.
sure, well, that's gonna
You know,
depend on the
yeah,
kind of run.
absolutely.
Yeah, so I can tell you that in the first month when we had this agreement, we ran one time. And a lot of it had to do with building trust, making sure they understood we had no intention of taking over the city of Bryan EMS, those kind of things. I mean, those we have to work through. That was a theory that had been tossed to them by former commissioners for a long time. And so that trust is now there. We're making multiple runs a month. We're also transporting from the nursing home, not Hillside, because that's just a little, it's in our fire district, but it's so far out it would leave our fire station short for too long of a time. But anyone that has any kind of cardiac issue, it's going to make it so that we can go there and have maybe a paramedic on call come to the scene, but we'll be able to start that heart monitoring, not manually, not with our watch, while we're, taking charts down. And the other key thing with a heart monitor is, if we transport them, all of that can be, the tape that it produces can be given right to the ER, and they then know the 5, 10, 20-minute history with that patient, and they don't have to guess. So for a cardiac person, that's going to be really essential for anyone that they're questioning as having any kind of heart issues. So I know, honestly, I told the chief he didn't need to be here tonight because he wasn't feeling well, but
Wouldn't it be better to buy a new one? That way you've got the longevity of it, you've got the warranty with it. Wouldn't that be better in the long run? We know it's gonna last longer. We know that if something breaks in 2-3 years,
Yeah.
it's warranty, where with this unit, it may only last 2 years, and then we're gonna be looking at buying a new one.
Right, no, I get that. I think part of it was, I'll have to go back to the county commissioners and see if they're willing to do a de-escalation for the full amount, because that was part of it that's always been important to me, is how much city funds are we going to invest in a program that, until we built that trust, I wasn't sure was going to last 4 months.
Because you've anticipated what my question was going to be, is would that de-escalation,
Yeah, because right
Agreement
now,
still be there.
they had agreed to about a $30,000 de-escalation when we had talked to them, because that was the low end of what we were looking at. But even if you pass this, I'm certainly happy to have the chief work with Jesse and Kyle, and I'll work with the commissioner that has taken the lead on this, and we can talk about those things. And if that's something that at the next council meeting, we can put it in the budget line item. We have this, that gets us 56,000, right? And then you guys can make that call in 2 weeks, based on what I come back with warranty times, with the actual cost we think it'll be, and what the commissioner's response is to a higher de-escalation agreement.
And
Does
I
that
think
seem reasonable to you?
Yes, and I think the question that Jim brought up is a good one, which is utilization, which is always critical. If you're gonna use it once a year, you know, it's different than if it's gonna be used. And you certainly can't, we couldn't predict that. I would think EMS would have some, gee, about 10% of our runs are cardiac. I don't know.
Yeah, we
Just-
specifically don't have enough data from runs
Right.
yet to do that, because we're still in like month 7 or 8, but they should know, based on the fire district we're covering.
Well, I would
looks
like further investigation
Ditto.
and for a potential new.
I just want to say, and I am absolutely not against buying new, but if you have some angst about refurb, you know, the discussions that I've had with people are, if you buy new, it is coming down a production line and being assembled. If you're buying refurb, someone has had their hands in it and has given that device personal attention. And so, as it was explained to me, you're getting as good or possibly even a better product with a refurb than what you are with a new product.
Was that
So-
person explaining that to you, the salesperson?
No, this was actually a repair person.
I think it was a legitimate question.
Yeah.
That was somewhat humorous. I didn't mean
Yeah,
that.
yeah. But, so, you know, I have no problem with refurb, but I do want to qualify that, you know, if we want to go with the new, I'm not opposed to that either. I just don't want people to feel like we're buying a second-rate product. because
Sure.
I don't feel that that's the case.
No, I get that. So I think if it's okay, you guys can pass this, because we also need the $88 for the police fund. And then I will go back between this council and the next council meeting and speak with Chief Poole and Kyle from EMS and the commissioner about the de-escalation. We'll have John throw that $35K into the budget line item like it was before, and then we'll come back to you with conversations on warranty too. Sorry about that, John.
So if we suspend the rules now,
We just won't write a PO, and Doug wasn't gonna write a PO anyway for this, because we didn't have that MOU for you guys to sign yet. So until we have the MOU for the new changes and tweaks we've put on that MOU you guys signed about 7 months ago, and then also a de-escalation MOU, we weren't gonna do anything with this money other than make sure it was appropriated in for this year's budget, so that he could, after that next council meeting, write the PO. So he had no intention of writing a PO and opening anything until after we met again. And at that point, he will be here. We will have the warranty conversation on length for a new versus a refurb. We'll have a new cost. And I'll get back to you on what the commissioners think about a new de-escalation process. And then you guys can, if you so choose and you want a newer model, you keep that $35,000 in the budget line. We have 21.5 here, or almost 21.4. And that should get us to where we need for a new one.
explain to me a little bit the de-escalation issue as a
Sure.
potential barrier. I'm not sure I get it, but I'm not sure I clearly get it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so in the MOU, there's like a 30, 90-day clawback where either party could say, we're not gonna do this anymore, right? And the county owns the ambulance because we have to spend $200,000 on a new ambulance. And so if that would happen, and we are 6 months into owning a brand-new heart monitor for an ambulance that we're not gonna keep, that heart monitor is gonna go to the county with that ambulance, right? But we just invested city funds for that is no longer gonna be used for city services, or there's no guarantee. Doesn't mean that ambulance won't run in Bryan, but we have no guarantee of that. Could go to Pioneer, could go to West Unity, could go to Eaton. So to cover our taxpayers' investment, we want to make sure that if the county or we say, this isn't working, we're not going to do it anymore, they take the ambulance back, that heart monitor, first year, they're going to pay more than the fifth year,
Yeah,
if that makes sense. So that was the de-escalation
I
process.
see. Yes, it makes sense. Nothing in this world is 100% predictable, but based on what I've heard you say, not just tonight, but other times, the process is going very smoothly and the cooperation is very good.
Yes.
So I think that's somewhat soothing to me.
Yes.
I think it sounds like, though, what we want to do is we want to make a good investment.
Yeah.
We believe, it sounds like we all believe that
Appreciate
the cardiac monitor is important and is necessary, but we want to do what we can to make the best investment for the taxpayers.
Yep, no, I can appreciate that.
Thank you.
So I will make sure that we have all that information for the next council meeting as well as that in the budget, but, because we need that trust fund stuff, if you wouldn't mind passing the appropriations, I think that would be helpful too, with the assurance that there will be no POs signed before we see each other again.
Also move to suspend.
I'll second.
John?
Yes.
Steve?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
And I'm going to approve.
I'll second.
Jim?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Steve?
Yes.
John?
Yeah.
And Mary?
Yes. That concludes the items on the agenda. We will go around the room. Mayor, do you have anything?
Yeah, I want to thank everyone in the community that was involved in first the parade. Very successful, very safe. Great time for the community to welcome in Santa Claus in the Christmas season. All of the downtown storefronts, if you haven't noticed, their displays are amazing. They've painted their windows. There's been a ton of colorful enhancements in the downtown, and the Chris Kindle Market, is in full swing. There's just a lot of really cool things. One thing that I think is amazing is the county courthouse is open for the first time, and I don't know how long, and the Bryan Area Foundation is hosting on the second floor of the courthouse a festival of trees. All those trees are tagged for different entities and 501c3 groups, so do make sure you go check those out. I think that's been a fantastic partnership with everybody buying into the Christmas spirit of Bryan. So I just want to thank everyone involved. And also, our parks look great, and someday the chief might win on his requests that I'm not going to say out loud. Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you, and I know, Jim, I know it wasn't only you, but you have been like Chief Elf for a really long time, and I hope you know how much we appreciate the work you do on that square, getting it ready, and the amount of kids I saw. My adult kids still get their pictures in front of Frosty every year with my nieces, but the kids just loved everything on the square, and I just wanted to thank you for that, and Mary, your work on the parade to make sure we're all doing everything we should be is appreciated too. So, thank you all.
Thank
It's a
you.
good event.
John, do you have anything?
I don't.
Department heads? Newspaper? With that, I need a motion to go in executive session to discuss employment of a public employee and imminent or pending litigation.
So moved.
Second.
Steve?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
And Mary?
Yes.
Mr. Fryman, could I have your email address?
Need that.
LLL? Got it. For the 3rd.
Thanks, Rick.
Okay. If we have anything coming out, I will email both of you. There's a potential we may have one small thing out of executive session. Yes. Happy to.
It depends, if my kids selling it, I'll still be here.
It won't be.
All the next few days.
Yeah, and whatever it is isn't gonna be very detrimental, but I always promise that I tell you guys, but, yeah, happy to text you.
That way I can just let them know to check on it.
Yep.
It doesn't all happen.
I don't know what you mean.
Thanks, have a good night.
Thank you, you guys too. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, John,